Welcome to Oiler Outlook. I'm Tim Montgomery. Joining us, head football coach Kory Allen, as we get ready to discuss the 2025 football season. Coach, appreciate you being with us.
Always good to be with you, Tim.
All right, well, let's start off by looking back a little bit. A year ago, 9-2, the regular season record, 7-2 in conference play. What do you feel that your team did well last year? And then the other thing is, what lessons got learned last year that you can take into this one?
I think there are a lot of valuable lessons that we took out of last year. Whenever a season ends, you're going to rehash it from a coaching staff perspective. You're going to talk to the team about it, but you have to have a short memory. It's got to be like water off a duck's back. Find out where the mistakes were made. Find out how we need to fix those, whether that's personnel, whether that's coaching, whether that's scheme, whether that's just mindset, and now grind on that through those delightfully cold, long months in Northwest Ohio. And we had an opportunity to do that, and I like the way we've come out the other side, and I certainly am glad that we are nearing week one.
Well, you mentioned the off-season. The team finished just short of a conference title, had a chance there at the end to share it. Did that fuel, do you guys use that as fuel as you go through those cold winter months?
Well, I think it does help keep you warm a little bit on those frosty days. Listen, we fell short of our goals, and that is that's the truth of the matter. I don't think there's a bunch of coach speak for that, and we're certainly proud that we were able to represent the university well throughout the course of the season. But at the same time, we had goals that we left unattained. But that was 2024, and you do have to turn the page, and we've done that.
Graduation in the offseason always bring changes. You mentioned that. Transfer portal and recruiting continue to reshape college football in ways that I think even as recent as 5 years ago, people would have never expected. How do you feel about where the roster is, the additions you've made, and where do you think you're going to see the biggest impact on that?
Yeah, I think every year is a little bit different. You know, there's two windows to bring in guys from a transfer perspective, and then there's certainly that always valuable window of recruiting the high school student athlete. We signed over 20 high school student athletes, a majority from the state of Ohio, in region in Indiana, Michigan, Kentucky. Dropped over into Pennsylvania a little bit, but focused on Ohio, this great state with all the good football. Recruit high school football players. And when I mentioned the two windows, from a transfer portal perspective, it's right at the end of the season or it's at the end of spring ball. We felt like we had a really veteran group coming back. We wanted to see where exactly those holes were, so we only brought one guy in via the transfer portal at the mid-year. Now at the end of spring, based on where we were at coming out of spring ball, we brought in a handful more because we had a much better idea of exactly who we were going to be as the 2025 Oilers.
Fans always love to hear about young players, new players. Are there any underclassmen or newcomers that you expect to make a really big impact?
Well, I think we had a lot of guys play young last year. You know, you talk about Kevin Henderson and John Slaper and Jayon Harvey, guys on defense that certainly made a name for themselves. But we had another young man that played a lot of football for us last year as a freshman, Elijah Schenkel, on the defensive line, and we've seen him take strides. Really excited about the replacement for Joseph Carter, the young local product from Macomb, Nick Bournemouth, to see him take strides in the offense. It's been exciting to see. It's a very talented freshman class as they now are in their third semester.